Yo, what's up guys? Holyknight with you, bringing you Fairytail 100 Years Quest review. This just dropped earlier today. As y'all can tell, I got my work shirt on, so that's why I'm doing this late. But yeah, I'm very happy that this chapter came out, and I was anticipating it for a while, and luckily it's here now. And it's funny because the chapter begins with Max introducing 3 new members, a little kid, a girl and a guy, and everyone's happy and whatever. And the guy started to, yap his mouth saying Fairytail is the best skill, all the other girls are junk, etc, etc. Give me a job, any job, and I do it with ease, and I'll do all the jobs possible until I become the Gil. And he says mass, and before he even get to continue the rest of the word, and he was going to say master, Lux's had just hit him over the head and knocked him out cold and told him, you're not fit to be here, etc, etc. And guy got scared and left. Then the kid, he was asked why you want to be here by Lux's. He was so scared that he didn't even reply. He just ran out crying. Then the last member, the only one that we get her name, Toka, she comes up, and her reason for joining is she wants to be in the same guild as her old dear beloved Natsu. And everyone is like, oh, Natsu? What? Then of course they start questioning her, what's your relationship with Natsu and how you know him? And supposedly a year ago her guild was disbanded, and when she was going home she got attacked by bandits, and Natsu was the one who came in and saved her. But supposedly he saved her wearing armor and a white horse. So she must be dreaming that. She probably is as delusional as Juvia. And Kana even mentioned it. Hey Juvia, you have competition. And then Juvia, as always, my great summer left me behind, her crying in the corner. And it was just funny seeing the girl interact again, seeing that how everything is. And Kenna says we're gonna drink. Elfman said you joined the Maya Elias Guild and all this other stuff, and it just feels so good just to read Fairytail again, And the master states that you're gonna be waiting for Natsu for a long time. And she says, why is that? Where is he? Because she asked for him, and his reply was he was sent on a 100-year quest. Then we fast forward to where Natsu and his group is at, and then this really weird land. It's called Giltima, if I'm pronouncing it right. And in this land of Giltima, it is in between Ishgard, which Zeref used to own, and the kingdom where Fairytail lives at, which I always get the kingdom's name wrong. Is Alakasta or Alakusta, something like that. But yeah, that's the land where Fiora is at, and Fiora, the girl in there, is Fairytail, so that's their homeland. But this new continent that we got, Giltunda, I'm not sure if it's Giltunda or Giltina. It's pronounced one of the two. But this is where they're at, Natsu and his group. And it's snowing. But even though it's snowing, the sun is out and it's bright and hot. And Lucy states, as always, being the smart one, that this snow is not regular snow. It is ice ether crystals bundled up that's coming down from the sky. Which is kind of weird because we never seen ether crystals before coming down like that. The only time we seen that was in the recent chapter 4 of Eden Zero. So it's kind of weird that chapter 4 came out last weekend and this week we get this. So they're both connected, of course, because they were done by Hiramashima, but it's just so weird how he is linked up together. Especially was more explained, but this just came out, so gotta give it some time. Same thing with Eden Zero. Eden Zero has only been out for 5 weeks. This Fairytail thing just came out this week today, so. But they keep going to their destination, and they're supposed to go to this weird guild to meet the guy who gives out this 100-year quest. And when they talking about almost being there and etc., Natsu gets a flashback of him asking Gildarts, what happened when you went? And Gildarts was like, go meet despair for yourself. And he was trying to sound all cool and elderly, so Natsu Kai chopped him in the head, and Gildarts just had this weird look like, huh? And he says, what you did that for? And that's for you acting cool. Now tell me. And he was like, I'm not gonna make the same mistake you did. I got my friends backing me up. So Gildarts hit chopped him in the head, and the next thing we know, from them chopping each other, they just start getting into a rumble, but the rumble's off screen, so we didn't get to see it. Which brought to my attention, food for thought. We always, in the manga and in the anime, always seen Gildarts and Natsu rumble, and there's always Gildarts that come out on top. So it's weird that this time when we see them rumble, we just see the smoke cloud, but we don't really see a winner. So is that stating that Natsu's on that level? Just saying, who knows? I'm not saying that he is or isn't. I'm just saying, food for thought. Don't kill the messenger. But yeah, after all that, they finally get to the guild, and the guild is really beat up. But on top of this old beat up castle, which is supposed to be the guild, on top is a white dragon statue. And Natsu was like, ooh, a dragon. But you know, they state that's not real, it's just a statue. Then they go in the guild, and this is when things get very interesting. The instant they went in the guild, there was like this serpent thing with glowing eyes looking at them. As they got closer and approached it, we find out that this creature is actually a white dragon. Now, I'm not going to pronounce his name because I'm going to completely butcher it. So I'm just going to call him the Dragon of Law, or just Law for short, because that's what he called himself. But as you see from the thumbnail, that's the white dragon that they met. And he told them something very interesting before the chapter ends. He says, welcome the 99th heroes. First of all, how did he know they were heroes? And second, 99? It's kind of weird since it was stated that this quest is over 100 years. You would think a quest over 100 years would have way more than only 100 people. And this only had 99. The 100 is Fairytail group itself, so it's kind of weird. But also, I forgot to mention, in the beginning we did have this weird panel of like mages on the floor dying and some crucified and houses burning down, and this one wizard with his back turned just walking through it all crying. So I'm not sure if that wizard got something to do with this dragon, or if that old man wizard is the dragon, or however it goes. I don't even know why dragons still exist. I thought we was told that Actologia is the last dragon, so, and besides Ezra's mom, or Irene, but Irene and Actologia are both gone, so, and all the dragon cells, all 7 got antibodies, so it doesn't make any sense. But hey, it was a very good chapter. I loved it. Can't wait for part 2 whenever that comes out. I think this is gonna be a monthly. So, but yeah, it was great. If you haven't read it, I advise you to go read it. And if you read it already, go read it again. Very great chapter. This chapter was actually really dialogue heavy, which for a 22-page chapter, that's really rare for Fairytail standard. Because Fairytail is not really dialogue heavy like that. I mean, it has dialogue, but it's not something that's like super heavy like this chapter. But yeah, this chapter was very good. It got me more intrigued in this 100-year quest. Because let's remember, Gildarts took on the 100-year quest and he failed it. But he only failed it because the Actologia got involved. So, I won't be surprised if Natsu and his group does conquer the quest. It's probably going to be a little bit difficult for them, and trickery is going to be involved, most likely. But seeing it just great. But yeah, tell me your thoughts, comments, and opinions. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell me your thoughts on it. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.